Hello guys, it's Steve here. Manchester City have just beat Everton 3-1 to send us back to the top of the table. Before I go too far though, this channel and this video is sponsored by OneFootball, the wonderful people over at OneFootball, sponsored my channel in December. And it's a fantastic app, as you can see by all these stats scrolling down the side to me. All the game information that you need in terms of passing, completion, shots and goal, that kind of stuff, all the Man City stats, news and all that kind of stuff directly to your phone. So go download it in the link in the description below and help support this channel. I've been using it for like a year and it's really, really good, I promise you. But anyway, let's get on to the actual game. Can I just quickly say, watch this. I'm going to go for 3-1, I reckon. I think Everton will score. I can just see him scoring. Yep, I called it. Manchester City won 3-1 against Everton, so I'm quite smug about that prediction. And in general, we deserved that game. I want to say as well immediately, fair play to Everton for actually giving it a go. A lot of clubs spend a lot more money than they do and don't actually attack us, and they did. In general, they put a good game of that. I guess it was just our superior finishing that was just the difference between the two sides in the end. A little bit more quality. They did create some good chances, though. Walcott in particular could have scored at one point to make it a little bit scary. But other than that, I think we just about deserved the victory. For me though, this was all about Gabriel Jesus. The guy's had a lot of critics recently, understandably rising towards Christmas. Why does that sound familiar for Mr. Jesus? But anyway, in general, I thought he was excellent today. I thought personally that his form hasn't been that bad recently. I felt like I was alone on that, but I thought in general his overall game, his link-up play, his work rate, his desire, his moments of skill were pretty good. His finishing was just diabolical. But in general with strikers, we've seen that he can finish before. He's scored some very good goals for Man City in the past, so I had no worries that that form would eventually come back. And as it proved, it was there. A lovely little finish for the first time goal from a great pass from Sane, and his second one was a bullet header, but once again from another cross from Sane. He deserved that, and I thought he was notably happier after he got that first goal. And once again, his work rate and his skill set, he's a very good player. Personally, I would keep Guardiola on the bench for a couple of games just to rest him and give Jesus a chance to be in a good run of form, because he deserves those chances. Sane once again really, really effective on the left. Another couple of assists. Maybe not he's the most explosive dribbling best, but once again, he's delivering, so does it really matter? I thought Mahrez was alright on the right, a little bit quiet, but in general pretty good. Ilkay Gundogan though, in my opinion, was the best of the midfield attackers. I thought Bernardo had a relatively quiet game. Still as industrious as ever, but I thought in general didn't offer that much creativity going forward. But Gundogan I thought was really nice. The best thing about Gundogan is when he starts to dart forward. We don't see it enough in my personal opinion, because he has that ability to play his little 1-2s in tight spaces and unlock defences. And when he does that, he's twice the player that he is. I think he went inside himself a little bit in the second half, went a bit quiet, but then in general we were a little bit lax on the ball in that second half. But when he does play out the first half, he's a really good player. Fernandinho as ever though, a lovely assist for that third goal. Just brilliant play from what is essentially meant to be a destroyer of a midfielder. He's such a good footballer. Once again, how are we going to replace him when it comes to it? And how nice was it as well to see Kevin De Bruyne back on the pitch. He wasn't perfect, and there was a few passes that he would have made if he'd played 2 or 3 games more. But what I love about De Bruyne seeing back is you realise how attack-minded he is. He just sees things that others doesn't see, and he reacts quicker even when he's not match fit. There's a few passes he tried to make that you just know that if he'd been playing for a week, a few more games, that in general he would have made those passes. It's fantastic play, and it's great to see Kevin De Bruyne back. And Aguero didn't even get on today, but it's nice to know that our bench now looks pretty special. Defensively, we weren't that good. Walker, to me, now Walker's not in great form, but I've got a theory in general, it's just because he's very, very, very tired. You think about Walker, he played essentially every game last season. He was our undisputed first choice right back, and then he went through to the World Cup, and he basically played really late in the World Cup, and also he came back early from his holiday, which he probably shouldn't have done in hindsight, to try and impress Guardiola. He only had like a week or 2 off, and then went straight back from the World Cup to essentially to first team training. He looks like he just needs a rest. I think in general with Walker, he isn't the most technically astute of our players. Not an insult, just the fact that he isn't as technically good as some of our players is. I think as a result, to play our game, he has to really, really focus. And the one thing that we all know as humans is that when you're tired, it's hard to focus and you're more likely to make mistakes because it isn't second nature for him. If Bernardo Silva's tired, his technique will pull him through anyway because he's naturally good on the ball. Whereas Walker can be good on the ball, but I think he has to focus a little bit stronger. And it must be hard when you're tired. So I'm going to put it down to that because there are a few mistakes slipping into his game. I think he just needs a rest. But don't we all at this time of the year? I guess I'm tired as well. Let's go on holiday, Kyle. You pay for it. We'll go and chill in the Bahamas somewhere like that. But I thought Van Delft as well, a little bit exposed once again for their goal at the back post. And Otamendi, he isn't quite in the form he was at last season at times. But once again, you could probably say he hasn't played much football recently, so there are some variables there. But we'd all agree that Stones and Laporte is probably our best centre-back pairing. In general, though, it was an important result just to put pressure on Liverpool as they play Manchester United tomorrow. I suspect they'll win that, but it's just nice to see us top of the table again. Keep putting that pressure on them. At some point they will slip. Hopefully they will. Surely they can't win every game from now to the end of the season, so we've got to just be there for when it matters. It was a good game of football, and an important one just to get through. It's this time of year where you just have to get through these games. But guys, let us know what you thought of the game below. Don't forget as well, if you want to get involved in my Patreon, all these names scrolling down the screen here, these are all the guys who help support this channel, because I put a lot of work into these videos after my full-time job as well. So these guys, they're awesome. You guys are awesome as well for watching, of course. If you want to get involved, patreon.com/Esteemed Kompany to get your names scrolling down here and get involved in the Patreon Q&As and all that kind of stuff. But anyway, these are just my thoughts on the video. Once again, guys, thank you for watching. Let me know what you thought about the game today. We're top of the league again. Anyway, have a good weekend.